Hello, and welcome to Dare to Think. I'm your host, Gene St. Croix. It's been a while, we haven't talked. But sometime in life, you have to know when to retreat and when to advance. Sometimes it's okay to take a break and reassess yourself. And then come back to the fight. Sometimes it's important that you backed up in order for you to move forward. Today we're going to be brief, and it's not really a subject or a title, but it's more like a personal and a sensitive question. Now, if there's one thing that you would want your life to represent, if there's one thing that you would want to be remembered as, now let's say, for example, if something comes to you tonight, a spirit, an angel, whatever you want it to be, and say that tonight is your last night, what kind of regrets would you have? What kind of pride would you have? What kind of feeling of accomplishment would you have? What achievement would you be proud of? What victories that you have overcome in this life you would be proud of? So if there's one thing that you would want to be remembered as, what would that thing be? Suppose that tonight is your last night. What battles would you say that you have overcome? What success stories? What is it that would make you feeling proud in this moment? If tonight is your last night, if death is knocking at your door tonight, what is it that you would feel that you have accomplished? What is it that you feel that you've left behind? Is there a legacy? Is there anything of importance that you would feel like that you have done in this lifetime? That's why it's so important that you have to consider. You have to consider your mortality every day. See, other people die every day, but you are still alive. It's about time you sit down and reassess yourself. If today is your last day, would you feel fulfilled? Would you feel like you have lived a life worth of acclaiming, of applause? Would you feel like you lived a life that is well worth it? Now, if you don't have an answer to that, the only good thing that there is, the fact that you are still alive, you still have a chance to make this life what you would want it to be. You still have a chance to leave that legacy that you want to leave behind. You still have a chance for people in your life, for family, for friends, to remember you as someone who was there to add something to life, not someone who's taking away from life, not someone who's taking things away from life. You can still make it for your family, for your wife, your children, to remember you as someone who added joy to life, someone who made life worthwhile. Now, if you sit down and think about that every day can be your last day on this planet, you would start working on the things that you're lacking on. Make better connections with family, with friends. Get yourself together. Work on the things that you know that you lacked of. Make better decisions. If you know today is your last day, how would you react? Would you feel proud of yourself? It's a good thing sometimes to sit down and think about certain things. And I want you to honestly ask yourself this question. If today is your last day, would you be proud? Would you feel accomplished? If you cannot answer yes to those questions, the fact that you're alive, there is still time to work on yourself. Time is not promised. Tomorrow is not promised. Death can come to you at any moment. And because of that, you have to be aware. You have to be aware of this lifespan that you've been gifted with. Every day you have to think in a way that can implement this life. See, if you've come to this life and you live this life without making an impact, it's a wasted life. Now, making an impact doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be on multiple people. It doesn't have to be, like there's so many views, something that goes viral. Making an impact can be something as simple as one person. You have to be significant to at least one person. And when we're talking about impact, it has nothing to do with what you can do. For some people, they think that being able to do certain things financially, being able to help someone who's in need financially, or just being able to do something good once is all it takes. There may be some truth to this. But your life should be a reason for other people to be inspired. The things that you have overcome in this life should serve as an example, as a standard for other people to follow. It's important that you spend enough time in yourself, reassessing yourself. There is no such thing as being perfect, because there is nothing that is perfect. But there's this one thing. If you work hard on yourself. If you have dedicated time and resources on yourself, if you have taken the time to develop yourself, to know yourself, if you have taken the time to make sure that your decisions in every second and every moment, they are true to the core of who you are, you will definitely make an impact. Sometimes it's only one person that needs saving, not the whole world. It's only one person sometimes. Make the difference. If tonight is your last night on this planet, would you be proud of what you have accomplished? I don't know what your age is at this moment. I don't know if you're young, if you're old, it doesn't matter at this point. But ask yourself that question and make sure you are comfortable in your skin when you say, hey, if today is my last day, I have lived my life. So the things that if you have any regrets, and if you are deeply thinking about this, and if there's any regrets, if there's things that you feel like you can do better, now is your chance. Make it better. Make this life worthwhile. Make this life an impact. Because for generations and generations, we have been leaving clues for younger generations. And because some of us, we get to a point where we start living life consciously, we are able to leave clues for younger generations. Believe it or not, the younger ones, they need you. They need you. You probably will not, like I said, make a big impact, but live your life in a certain way. If there's one thing they can take from you, make sure you perfected that one thing. Live your life with no regrets. Close the gaps you have to close. Make the connections you have to make. And live this life. Make sure your death is a reward when it comes. Make sure your death is a reward when it comes. One life is enough. I know certain people, they want to go to heaven. They want to have an extended life. They want to live this life with no disease, with no sickness, with no poor. It's all great. I'm not disagreeing. I'm not standing in the way of what anybody believe. But one life is enough. And if you take this step, the necessary step to live this life, this one life that you have, and live it to the fullest. Do what you were supposed to do. Correct your mistakes every day. One life is enough. And make an impact. Leave something behind. Doesn't matter if it's big, if it's small. Live your life to your full potential and leave something behind. Make sure when your time comes, you would say, I've lived this life. I enjoyed it. I've left something behind. That's all for today. I'm your host, Gene St. Croix. We will talk again.